Thank you. Ladies, can you hear me well? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, the title is The Nutritional Status of GMOs. By the own admission of the biotech industry, most of our food system now contains genetically engineered food. And that's what I'm going to talk today about. So you came here to hear about GMOs, genetically modified organisms, and I hope you're not disappointed, but I'm going to speak for almost an hour and give you a pesticide story. We should all be concerned about the pesticide that is sprayed on the genetically engineered crops. GMOs, genetically modified organisms, in our agriculture in Canada and in the USA, all GMOs are Roundup Ready crops. All GMOs are Roundup Ready, meaning they have been engineered to be sprayed with the herbicide Roundup. And because I have a twisted mind, I made up this little pun. The active ingredient of the herbicide Roundup is called glyphosate. And this is what I'm going to discuss today, glyphosate. So GMOs are all glyphosate-modified organisms. That's easy to remember. So what is it? What kind of molecule is it? It's a very, very small molecule. It's an amino salt of phosphonic acid, not phosphoric acid. There's quite a bit of difference. Do not say glyphosate. There's no such thing as glyphosate. It is glyphosate, glycine methylphosphonate. As you can see here, a very, very small molecule. What does it do? It was invented to bind to metals. That's what it does. That's what its molecule does. Very small molecule, and it binds to metal. Binds to metal ions, metal atoms. It was invented in 1960 by a chemical company in the USA called Stauffer Chemicals. A team of chemists invented the molecule, glyphosate, and Stauffer Chemicals was in the business of cleaning up industrial pipes and boilers. When you have an electric kettle at home, after a few months of boiling water, you have mineral deposits in your kettle. And industrial pipes and boilers that have boiling water 24/7, within a few weeks or a few months, they have serious deposits of minerals on the sides of the boilers and the pipes. And it interferes with the efficiency of the systems. They need to be cleaned up. The deposits are called scales in industrial jargon. And the chemicals that are used to remove those scales are called descaling agent. And glyphosate was such an incredible chemical at the time after it was invented that Stauffer Chemical patented it. And you can read the patent. Patents are public documents. You can Google them. You can read the patent and you will read that it is a very powerful and very extremely broad spectrum descaling agent. This is what the glyphosate molecule was when it started its career, its life, in 1960, patented in 1964. So there's a short list here of some of the atoms of metal that it binds to, but the list is much longer than this. It is a very broad spectrum descaling agent. After you have cleaned up your pipes and boilers, you want to replace the solution with clean water. You remove the chemical and you dispose of it somewhere. And if you dispose of it in nature, you realize very quickly that it kills plants. It kills all plants. And that's when Monsanto, the chemical company Monsanto, bought the molecule and repatented it as a herbicide in 1969. Again, patents are public documents. So we have a descaling agent, which job it is to bind to metals, metal ion, and remove them basically from solution and make them non-reactive, therefore bio-unavailable, which has become a herbicide. How does it work? Well, let me give you a quick mini lecture within this lecture. All life processes in all cells, being bacteria, fungi, animals, plants, etc., all life processes depend on metalloproteins. We also call them enzymes.